Now on Channel 3 News.
Trump mania is taking over downtown Pensacola as thousands get ready for the Trump rally tonight here at the Bay Center. We'll have team coverage coming up.
And people certainly don't mind waiting in line when $1.5 billion is at stake. We're less than 6 hours from finding out which 5 numbers plus the winning Powerball could make you that much richer.
After last night's State of the Union address, is the president downplaying the threat of ISIS and terrorists?
You're watching Northwest Florida's news station. This is WEAR, Channel 3 News, first at 4 in high definition.
Thanks for joining us, and let's get started with live looks at 2 top stories today. We have team coverage of the Donald Trump rally tonight in Pensacola, and we are just hours away from tonight's historic Powerball drawing. And this is what we're expecting to see in the skies of Northwest Florida very soon. Now, this video is from the Trump rally in Mobile back in August. We're expecting a similar arrival for his rally in Pensacola tonight. We have crews all over Pensacola covering the Trump rally. Let's begin our team coverage with Channel 3's Bob Solarski. He's at the Pensacola Bay Center. And Bob, early this morning, our Ricky Van was tweeting pictures of people out there waiting. What's it like out there now?
It is a festival or carnival, if you will, of presidential proportions, Laura. Quite a crowd already gathering here. Some have been waiting since early this morning. But there's everything here. There's pins and flags and shirts and hats. There is food. We've got the Cordova Lanes Junior Bowlers selling nachos if you're hungry. We've got barbecue further to the left, and everything in between is here. Crowds already lining up. They're not opening up the gates until 5 o'clock or so. And, of course, Donald Trump expected to speak at about 7 o'clock or so. The schedules usually change by a few minutes, give or take some. Of course, this is his second trip to the Gulf Coast in just about 5 months. As you mentioned, he was at Lad People Stadium in Mobile in August to a crowd of estimated at about 20,000. Of course, there's some repeat viewers here as well. He's got some followers. Talked to one guy who's visited him, or at least heard him, at 4 different venues. So his supporters are committed, to say the very least. We're just outside the Bay Center right now, where a couple thousand people, I'm estimating, are already here. Parking, I'm not sure what the status is right now, but it was filling up quickly when I got here a couple of hours ago. It is $10 if you can find a spot. At 4:30, we're going to be let inside. We've got to go through a Secret Service credentialing ourselves before we get inside for live shots at 5 o'clock and at 6 o'clock. That's when they're going to be letting the crowd in at 5 o'clock as well. Of course, you know, you're right now, Pensacola is on the front lines of the presidential battleground, the race for the White House right now. Donald Trump mentioned a couple of times last night, the president making some thinly veiled comments about the Donald, and in his State of the Union address last night, and the Republican rebuttal with Nikki Haley, the South Carolina governor, talking about angry and loud voices, and today confirming that she was directing those comments at Donald Trump. Nothing has ever really swayed him from his message, and he's got a crowd here. You see the signs, some are a bit salty, but there's political correctness. It's not something that you're going to find an abundance of here at the parking lot of the Bay Center waiting for Donald Trump. David Gonzalez is somewhere in this crowd right now. He's been here for a couple of hours as well. He's with a crowd of some committed people who are waiting to get in. In some cases, they've been waiting for hours. David?
Hey, that's right, Bob. People have been waiting for hours to try to be the first people inside of the Bay Center. I just kind of want to show you the crowd as we walk along the crowd. This is one side of the Pensacola Bay Center. People have been lining up for hours. As you can see, a lot of excited fans, people wearing shirts, all getting ready to head inside. Before they do go inside, though, they're going to have to go through a metal detector, a lot of security here at the Pensacola Bay Center. And for example, we were joined by 2 supporters here. For example, Janie, how long have you been here today?
I've been here since 1:30.
And then what do you want to hear from Mr. Trump today during his rally?
I want to hear something that's inspirational to make America great again.
All right, thank you very much. And Alex, you said you were here since 9 o'clock, right? So for you, just what inspired you to wait that long to try to see Mr. Trump today?
Well, it's a huge deal, especially for Pensacola. You know, with the Blue Angels being defunded, jobs are scarce. I mean, you know, Trump coming to Pensacola is epic, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. And the energy here is intense, and it's really wild. I mean, I'll never forget it.
All right, thank you very much, Alex. And like he said, the energy is intense. A lot of supporters here. There's a lot of memorabilia, a lot of media, a lot of people very excited for that rally that will start at 7 o'clock tonight. And like I said, a lot of these people are very excited just for his arrival. He's expected to arrive here in Pensacola in about an hour, and that's actually where we find Channel 3's Christina Leavenworth. She joins us live now from the Pensacola Aviation Center.
Hey there, David. Yeah, definitely a different feel here. We have been on Trump watch all day. It's a waiting and watching game. A few people have now showed up to see his plane come in. We still don't have an exact time on that. Over to my left, that is where the aviation center is. His plane is too big to go there because he is coming in on a big 757. So instead, he has to land at Pensacola International Airport. After that, as far as what happens, we're not really quite sure if he's going to have to go through the terminal. But I think probably Secret Service has that all figured out for him. Of course, he came from Iowa last night. That's where his last stop was. Tomorrow, he'll be heading to South Carolina for the GOP debate. But yeah, he starts speaking at 7. That's the plan. So we expect to see him soon. We keep hearing rumors he might land sometime around 5. More and more people are showing up, and then people go home because they got a little tired of waiting. But we're going to be out here, and we're going to make sure to bring it to you guys as soon as he lands. Reporting live in Pensacola, Christina Leavenworth, Channel 3 News.
And let's check the traffic now. It feels like everybody must be out and about getting ready for that rally. Things are looking pretty normal here on the 3 Mile Bridge, clipping along nicely. Then we'll take it over to I-110 and Fairfield, actually kind of light there. We'll keep an eye on this as you head out from work and, of course, as people head into the rally. Our team coverage will continue throughout our shows tonight as well. We'll be streaming the Trump rally, too, on WEARTV.com. Alan Strum, I know that if you had to wait outside, it could have been worse. It could have been raining. I mean, for these people who are really stacked up outside the Bay Center, it's not looking too bad out there.
No, it's perfect. I mean, it's great weather to be outside doing anything, really. We've got the sunshine. We are talking about wet weather that moves in later this week, and I'll have that and time it out for you with the Futurecast in the main forecast. But right now, look at these temperatures. We had freezing cold weather earlier this week. It was cold, and it's going to be chilly again during the overnight hours with these lows in the upper 30s for inland areas. All clear in the skies. Coastal zones will see low temperatures down mainly in the mid 40s. Right now, temperatures are hanging around 60 degrees, in some cases a little bit above 60, especially for some of these inland parts. And we've got Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach right now with temperatures in the upper 50s. All clear. We don't have any wet weather headed this way just yet. You can see how the skies are looking around the northern Gulf Coast. Looks nice and clear. Here's the view from Perdido Key and the Holiday Harbor Marina. Just a little bit of thin cloud cover, but otherwise sunny as the sun is headed toward the horizon. And we'll end up with more of this tomorrow, and temperature highs between about 60 and 65, probably pushing up into the mid 60s. But look at this. Tomorrow, sunshine around midday, but clouds move in tomorrow afternoon. And again, we're talking about when that wet weather moves in and when it's out in the full forecast.
Coming up, we'll have a look at the folks who are crossing state lines and waiting in line, all in hopes to be the winner of the $1.5 billion jackpot. That's coming up.
And we have continuing coverage of Donald Trump's rally. We've got an interview with the man who will introduce the Donald to the crowd tonight. Remember, you can take Channel 3 News with you anywhere. Search WEAR TV on iTunes or Google Play. Download our free app.